Yo, what's going on YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to this episode of On the Bench with Pete. And in this episode I'm going to start work on my Eldar Guardians. And I think I want to do them in yellows, so I'm going to start with a base coat of Avalanche Sunset. So yeah, I'll do them yellow. Might do red helmets and darker guns, but yeah, essentially they're going to be yellows. So yeah, so grab yourselves a brush, grab yourselves a model, and come and join me, and yeah, do some stuff on your bench too. So, I'm just shaking the pot up. I've been shaking it for a while. I'm going to be mixing it with the medium, of course, as I usually do. And I'm going to use one of my temporary palettes. Side of a blister pack. They make awesome temporary palettes, I find. Yeah. So that's that. Let's just grab some more paper towel, which I know I'm going to need. And we're going to go and do some hobby awesomeness. Right, put that to one side, get the old glasses on, the Mayan medium at the ready, and I'm going to mix some in with the Avalanche Sunset. There you go. Nice. Like that a lot. Okay. I'm going to use a brand new brush. Sister one, so wish me luck. Okay, and you hear the ticking of the clock there. That's obviously because I've got a clock, an old wind-up one. Yes, I found it when I was moving stuff around in the studio, and I thought I'll wind it up. I've just had shopping delivery actually, delivery from Tesco, so they've been, so I've done that, put that away. I've proofread and edited 3 chapters today, so I'm chuffed with that. Works for me. And yeah, the ticking of the clock always makes me feel relaxed actually. It was such a blessing to get my studio rearranged yesterday a bit more fully. Because it's something I've been planning on doing for some time. I knew I'd need the help of my wife to do it. And hey presto, she came up trumps. So I'll move this camera slightly. I always find I have to move the camera slightly to accommodate. I like the yellow colour, I really do. Yeah, I thought I'd come and do a on the bench for us all, for you guys and for me. Get my Eldar Guardians underway. You never know, I might be able to field something Eldari when 8th comes out, you never know. Unlikely, but that's okay. I've got Orcs and Tyrians I'm desperate to try out with the new rules. So that'll be interesting to see how that works. Can't believe how much space is down the other end of the studio now. I've had a good clear up. I took out 2 bags full of rubbish yesterday. Stuff which I had no idea why I'm holding on to. Because space is kind of, even though I'm in a studio, space is always kind of limited for us guys, right? But I've got to be quite ruthless when it comes to, not hoarding stuff. I've got a load of stuff from like garbage really, that I could use to make scenery. And there is a distinct scenery lack in my repertoire, as it were, especially for the flat tables. I mean, my realm of battleboard, you can get away with not having quite so much scenery on because it's kind of 3D anyway, right? It works quite well. But yeah, I've got lots of little pieces. So I could do the Fall of Cadia 8th edition now. Yeah, I'm probably going to do the helmets red on these guys. Something about a ticking clock, I don't know. Just helps me feel relaxed. Another thing which helps me relax is watching fish in a fish tank. I might get some of those when we move. Yes, I'm quite liking this fellow. He's looking quite good. I'm not rushing this. I actually prefer painting slower, I think. But there are times when it's just handy to blast an airbrush or whatever over models. I really want to get these out quickly, but hey, it's not going anywhere, right? I hope. Hopefully I'm not going anywhere in a hurry, so yeah. Right, I'll put him to one side. There. Put him there actually. And I've got some gold on my other Eldar. This guy, gold's to do. I'm not sure. I think I might either wash it in the yellow wash or the yellow glaze. Is that Lamenter's glaze? It's going to be yellow anyway, because nice shiny gold. You want him to be yellow. So I have no idea what I'm going to get next for my Eldar. I'll probably get a start collecting set, most likely. Most likely get one start collecting box set. So you got vehicles in it, and yeah. What's Eldar without the vehicles, right? I can't really. I don't know if I'll be fielding Footdar. some jet bikes and so on. That will be good. So I've had quite a good productive day today. And later this evening we're going to be practicing for our gig at the weekend, because it's this weekend. Same day, you know, we're gigging on the day Warhsmmer comes out, so you know, that's quite cool. I think it's cool. Yeah, so what to get next? I like being in this position, like thinking, oh, what should I get next for the Eldar? Or any other army comes out, I might get some more Tyranid stuff. Yeah, I've got loads of Gaunts and Gants. Don't really need any more of those, but I've got loads of Gargoyles too. I quite like this idea of, you know, field what you want pretty much. Okay, another one as far as I'm concerned. Move my cock over there, that's timer. Yes, I'll do, like I say, I'll do red helmets for the Guardians. The yellow body armour, I like that. Some people like the reds. I would have done them red, but you know, I've got so many Blood Angels. If I was to do Eldar versus Blood Angels, they, you know, look the same from a distance. Whose side are they on? So, alright then. Bit like a metronome, that ticking clock. It's quite close to the camera, so apologies if it's loud. If it's too loud, of course, you won't even be seeing it because I won't upload it. But I quite like it. Yeah, it should be a good night on the Saturday. I'll be quite hyped for, you know, new Warhsmmer. I probably won't get my stuff on the Saturday though. I don't know when. I'm hoping to get it, you know, possibly the Monday or the Tuesday. The Games Workshop don't usually take very long to get your orders out to you, do they? See, I was gonna do a Iron Fist faction of Space Marines, but I mean, as much as I like Space Marines, I get kind of bored just painting Space Marines all the time. So it's nice to be able to do yellow on the Eldar, I think. So I wanted to do yellow as a colour. See how it turns out. we go. Another one. We're zipping through these. Oh yeah. Looking good, I would say. I like the yellow look. I don't know if I'll be doing many coats of it because putting all the shade washes in and all that stuff, so this will make the fourth one when I've done this dude. It's drying out quite well. I might have to put some drying retardant. I don't know, but I don't think I will. Not just for this. If I was doing like 50, 60 models, yeah, I would use a wet palette probably. I'm not going to just for this, so no. So, there. Wished I had a cup of tea with me. I say to you guys about it. And here's me neglecting my own ideals. Shame on me. Yes, always have your cup of tea or coffee ready. I think I might have a cup of coffee next time round actually. I really should have cleaned this pot better. Ooh. God, I was lucky. It's kind of lucky I'm wearing an old t-shirt, but I don't really want to get any on my fleece. Right. So when you see my Eldar on the table, be a blob of yellow. I mean, I quite like the orange that Steve at Mini Wargaming did his. You know, it's quite a nice colour scheme. Quite nice. But I want to do my own. yellow. So I'm going to go with yellow. That I've always wanted to do the yellow. It was a shame about Adam West. I heard the other day he passed away, and that's a shame. I always remember being excited as anything on a Saturday morning because Batman would be on, the original Batman with the Zap Pow, Kazam, you know. I used to love all that. Absolutely brilliant. Well, I was only 4 or 5 at the time, but I used to love it. Saturday mornings, 10:30 Batman. I can remember my dad shouting at 10:30 Batman. I think he used to enjoy watching it with me as well, you know. Go around jumping off the sofa and chairs and things. And being a typical boy. I just used to like the fighting, you know, the fisticuffs. The strange camera angles, they tilt the camera. That was just brilliant. Very well done. That was back in the 60s when that first came out. Obviously that was before me being born, but so I'm a 70s child. And I used to go around the garden pretending to be Batman. That was brilliant. It's games that you play like that. That's what spark your imagination and keep your imagination alive. You know, kids like me, we just held on to it, I guess. So it's probably easy for me someone like myself to make the transition later on in years to come to role playing like Dungeons and Dragons and things like that. Whereas other people will come on, well, what have I got to do? How's it work? And I've got to what? Role play? What do you mean? You know, that thing you used to do when you was a kid. If you didn't do it as a kid, then you don't know what it was all about. Immerse yourself into the character. On to the last 2, which is pretty awesome. to gold on the other one after I've done these. There's a faction in Gates of Antares that I want to do yellow. Well, I can't remember which faction it was, but I was planning on doing them yellow as well. Not the Concord, obviously, because I've done those, but is it the Borromites? Oh, I can't remember now. So there'll be one figure left to do. And that's okay. So all I'm doing is just adding some water to the ends of this paint. So it's drying out. Guess I should have used a wet palette, but oh well, it's a bit late now. Bit late now. Okay. Do need to get the lid off of it again. We're coming up on 30 minutes already, or half an hour. It's 27 minutes, whatever else. So yeah, might need to get myself some more Avalon Sunset, I think. Yeah, I don't like it when the pots go all weird like this. So it seems to happen with some paints more than others, I notice. Ooh. I haven't got my bin open, which I should have, I suppose. Yellow on my fingers now. Ooh. But I've only got this one guy to do, you see, so we just want to get him done. Then we can move away from yellow for a while. Well, rather than sunset for a while, anyway. So I think I'll put a shade wash on these guys next before I go in with the highlights. Pretty similar fashion to what I do Space Marines. So yeah. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'll put a wash on next, and then I'll come back in with some Avalon Sunset, and then I'll do other yellows. Is it Flush Gets yellow and Uriel yellow? Might even use some other brands of yellow to get these quite light. So at the moment they're just like one step off of like towel light ochre, aren't they? All intents and purposes. There we go. There. I think he's done. Right, okay. That's not bad, that's not bad at all. We're quite happy with that. Over the 30-minute mark, they're over halfway through now. So I'm going to go and look at my washes now. See if I've got a nice yellow wash. So what have we got here? Layer yellow wash. Got Lamentus yellow glaze. I've got yellow Citadel wash. There we go. Casandora yellow. It's more of an orange really. But yeah, I think that would be quite good. Have a look at that's an ink one. That looks a bit like the glaze actually. Casandora yellow. That's probably what I'm going to go in with on this fellow now, and shade. Well, put a wash. What should I do with a glaze? I don't know. I might do a glaze actually. No, I'll do the wash first. Let's go clean our brushes. Casandora yellow. Right. This is a very orangey affair, this one. So I'm just popping it over the gold areas. That's not bad, not bad at all. In fact, that's pretty damn good. Like that. So I should be putting that on these Guardians next. for the yellow anyway. Concentrate on their heads now. So my fist on red. Or thinking about it, should I do the inside bits first? Oh, that's what you gotta. That might be the way to go, actually. Do the inside bits first. Yeah, we'll do black, grey. Black, grey. Yes, that's all. Black, grey. And we'll use the black, grey for their guns as well, I believe. Back to the Gold Faithful, Lamenter's Yellow. Not Lamenter's Yellow. Oh, I want that. Lament Medium. I want this quite thin. Good bit of medium in there with it. So. Go with a small brush. Okay, so let's try this. I'm gonna give these guns this initial colour. I should be coming in with blues to highlight it, I think, as well. Took my liking that. I like the colour black grey, it's a nice colour. See, I want to paint the tubes on the gun that go from his elbow to the handle of the gun. I want to paint that a different colour. But keep it simple. Stick with the black grey. I hear my dog's barking at something. So I'm going to go and check out what that is. Back in a sec. Sorry about that. It was actually the post. Which I was surprised at because I didn't think they was coming today now. Oh well. Usually the post arrives quite early, you know. Nothing exciting by the looks of it. Some vouchers for shopping, I suppose that's about the most exciting thing. filling in a bit I see that was missed on his hand. Yeah. Okay. So we'll put the done ones off of the glass slate. Yes, that's very late for the post to arrive today. It normally comes quite early. Between 9 and 10 the post is usually here, but it's 20 past 3 in the afternoon now. Okay. These are looking pretty awesome. A bit of concentration going on there. You can tell. It'd be nice to get these done, and by then I'll have the books, hopefully. I don't know which Xenos book Eldar are in. It's probably not the one I've ordered, but that's no worries, I'll just order the other one. I'm actually getting the Xenos 2 book as a Father's Day gift, so that's quite nice. Very nice. Thank you very much. Just about done on him, I think. That's pretty awesome. Liking that. And of course, I forgot to set my thing again. That's the trouble when I get interrupted. I turn off my timer. I reckon I was going for about between 7 and 10 minutes. There, that's okay. I'll go on these until I've done all the guns anyway, just want to make sure I'm not going on too long, you know. Squeaky chair. I can't make it squeak now. Squeaks when I don't want it to. And doesn't squeak when I want it to. Whatever. Yeah, I think this stage is taking longer than I thought. I mean, it's easy enough. Just, like I said, it's taking longer. Interrupted yet again. It's become quite broken up this episode. Apologies for that, because I kind of lose my flow with what I'm talking about. So okay, there's my daughter coming home from school, and she obviously left a bit earlier today because I'm normally back at that time, but that's okay. Down to the last three anyway. And I've got a cup of coffee, so I'm quite cool. I bet the coffee is by now. And after all this, I may listen back to it and think, oh no, the ticking's not good, but it's not always going to be ticking, by the way, guys. It's just a bit of a one-off until I can find somewhere for the clock to go. It used to be in the cabinet, see? The glass over the front, you couldn't hear it when you covered it up. So actually spending a whole entire episode on one type of miniature. That's awesome. This is exactly the type of painting that suits on the bench, I find. Like nice easy batch painting, pretty much. I've only got 8 to do. It's fiddly enough to take time. course, I'm resigned to the fact now that I will have to go in and do some touch-ups with the Eldar sunset at some point. Mrs. Mini Warzone will be here soon. On to the second to last Guardian now. At least shopping's arrived. Oop, put away. There's my phone. Not telling me anything important though. Just stupid notifications. Notifications about stuff I'm already aware of. I'll probably end it after this one actually, and the reason is because I don't want yet another interruption. Feeling lazy, I don't want to do the editing, you see. Sorry about this, a weird angle here. Some weird angles, and yeah, even though it's the same model, finish this before this is when he walks in and gets in. I'll say I'll finish after this one, I think. Okay, so I will end it there. So thanks very much for joining me on this episode. I've nearly got all the Eldar done. I've got one left to do with the black, but like I say, I don't want to get interrupted again because I'm feeling lazy. I don't want to edit it too much. So I'm going to go ahead and just finish that last one. But I've done the other 7. And I've done the 8. I will have done the 8 after this. Then I'll be going on to the helmets. So thank you for joining me. Remember, all much to see to what, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now, folks. Bye bye.